discuss the concept of periglacial cycle. इसमें कुछ points आप लिख लीजिए. Then I will give some diagrams also. The term periglacial was developed by W.V. Lozinski in 1909. It was modified by the subsequent scholars to explain the cycle of erosion in the periglacial landforms. The next line, the periglacial landforms are found at the margins of ice caves. Like the tundra region or the northern parts of North America. Of the periglacial are number 1, Pingo. These are ice hills, and Pingo may be of two types, in the open system and in the closed system. I have covered both. This is a closed system in a water body. If there is a pond, some ice will start forming and the shape will be finally like this. It is an ice hill. When the temperature is very low, the pond takes the shape of an ice hill. In the open system, like surface, in the Canadian shield, there may be a nucleus of ice and it becomes a hill. Down below, there may be some water. So this one feature is the Pingo. Pingo is a typical landform. And for your general knowledge, the maximum number of Pingo or Pingos are found in the Mackenzie River. Mackenzie River is a river of Canada. It moves towards north. In its delta, there are thousands and thousands of Pingos, small, small hills. Some of the hills may be as high as 20 meters, but they are ice hills, known as Pingo hills. And Pingo is a word from the Eskimos language. Pingo stands for ice hills. These features you can find. Plus, there are many other things also, which are found in the periglacial landform. One of them is the erratics. See this figure. This is a very big boulder. All around this is agricultural land. If you go to Finland, Denmark, Norway and Sweden, even there is a highly productive area, rice field, no, wheat field. In the wheat field there is a big rock. The height of the rock may be 5 meters, 6 meters, maybe 10 meters. How this rock came in this field? This field, this is actually this rock or this rock, they are known as erratics by mistake, error. How there are so many big rocks in the highly productive lands? Was a question of great research for the geomorphologists, especially for the scholars of glaciology. And finally they found the solution that these are depositional landforms of the Pleistocene period. Pleistocene period about 100 million years back, there was an ice age. When the ice age was there, the ice sheets were coming downward towards the equator. So these ice sheets brought huge quantity of big rocks. While there was pressure of ice, the ice sheets were moving southward from the polar areas. So some very big piece of rocks were brought by the gravity of ice or pressure of ice southward. But when the ice melted or the warm phase began, then they left the rocks behind. They could not carry these rocks behind because ice melted, they were left. They were left in the very agriculturally productive areas. So one feature of the periglacial landform is the erratics. I prepared this diagram also from Robert Sofferson. This is also a very latest book. I brought this diagram from that source. You need not to purchase all these because I am already having, and what I am having, I try to give to my students. This is an advantage for anybody who is in Pragati, that they will be getting the latest diagram. In addition to these features, there are some other things also which are created by the periglacial landforms, and note down their names. Erosional features. Erosional features by periglacial. Striated and polished surface. Then roche mutane. Then grooved surfaces. Soil eroded surfaces. If you travel in Canada in the summer season, winters, this is covered with ice. You find barren rocks. They have been eroded by the ice sheets. Ice sheets of the ice age. And ice age is about 1.8 million years back. There are other features also like roches mutane, such type of rocks. So they are also devoid of soil, without soil, barren rocks, polished rocks. But there are so many deposition also. Erratics is one. which you will find in such areas in the periglacial landforms. The others are depositional features. One is erratics. Number 2, till moraines. Till moraines are the moraines which develop in the ending part of a glacier or near the ice sheet. They are also known as end moraine. And in moraines there is assorted type of sediment, silt, sand, gravel, pebble, shingle, etc. They are mixed. There is no definite mixture, but they are mixed, having some very fine silt, some sand, some gravel, some pebble, some shingle, etc. They are found in these areas, and there may be some small eskers. And basket of eggs. Last year this was asked as a short note. And further, you know, you have done in the NCERT book, there are other types of moraines also. Moraine is a word of which language? Sharma? किस भाषा का लफ्ज है? No, French. Moraine is from French language. And moraines are of different type. Actually, moraines are the deposition made by glacier. It may be ice sheet, it may be valley glacier. They are of different types. Number 1. Ground moraines. Lateral moraines. Medial moraines. Till moraines or terminal moraines. This is also known as outwash plain. And lastly, and glacial moraines. All these features also you will find at the outskirts of a ice sheet. Ground, they are actually under the ice. Under the ice there are some small triangular shape of stones. They are known as ground moraines, but they are not visible. They will be visible only when the ice melts. If you go to Kashmir or Sonmarg, anybody had been to Sonmarg? No. If you go to Sonmarg, there is a Thajwas glacier. Generally, people go there during the summer season. So the ice melts and you will find a number of rock pieces of different shape, conical shape, different type. They are ground moraines. In winter, they get buried under the ice. Now, snowfall has already been started in Sonmarg, so all these ground moraines are under ice. When the ice will melt, one can observe, one can see them. This is simple, they are under the ice. In the winter season, in summer, when the ice melts, they are visible. The second is the lateral moraine. If there is a glacier and some deposition is taking place on the bank, on the side, their valley is U-shaped valley. If some deposition is on this side or this side, they are known as lateral moraines. Bagli, आस-पास, इधर-उधर. They are known as the lateral moraines. Then medial moraines. If there are two glaciers and they are merging with each other, one glacier from this side, so there may be some deposition here at the confluence of two glaciers. This is known as medial moraine. And till moraine is in front here, where the glacier ends or at the outskirts of its ice sheet. But what about the englacial moraine? Where are found the englacial? Yes. In the ocean? Ocean is water. And glacial means inside the glacier. And I will explain you because I have some experience of this. Actually, when the ice falls, it is white. But within 2-3 days, there may be some blowing of air, dust particles may be falling on the ice. The color becomes like the color of dust. The white disappears. Now these white particles fell from the side. They are solid. They absorb they absorb heat. When they absorb heat, they go down. Again in the night there may be some snowfall. They are inside the glacier. They are known as the englacial moraines. I will give a very simple example. If you visit a glacier, carry one carbon paper with you as an experiment. Naturally, you will be visiting a glacier in case you are visiting in the daytime. In the daytime when the sun is bright, so do this experiment. Put the carbon paper on the ice and sit there. Carbon is black. If the sun is shining, this carbon will become warm. And since it is warm, the water from below will start melting because it has absorbed some heat. Within half an hour, it will start going down. And if you stay there for 2-3 hours, the carbon paper will disappear. Where it has gone? It has gone inside the ice. That became a part of the englacial. So in the glaciers, some weathered material fall from both sides because U-shaped valley, this is the valley U-shaped, something may be falling from this side, this side. These solid particles absorb some heat and they go inside. And they move with the body of the ice. They are known as the englacial. NCERT को ध्यान से पढ़िए, हो सकता है ये ना दिया हो उसमें, englacial moraine, but the moraines are of 5 types. हो सकता है short note आ जाए next year, give classification of moraines. So there are 5 types of moraines. This was a question, what are the landforms created by the periglacial?